Hello. I see you there. I think everything looks okay. Yep, the sound's on. Alright. That's something I forget sometimes. Turn on the sound. Oh my god. So yeah, you got a packed week this week. We're gonna be... Actually, there was something I wanted to check out first. So, I actually saw that there is a sad ending for Nicola. So why don't we do that first, and we can do this, Good, thank you. And we can do the, start Dante's route. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the chapters. Watch this, is gonna make me feel like garbage. Alright. The reason why I want to do the tragic ending is because there's extra episodes that only make sense if you see the bad ending. So I'm gonna show that too. Alright, so it says to start with chapter 6. With low affinity and low honesty. Hi! Hello, Sai. How are you? Hello, Darby? I think that's how you say your name. Yes. Alright, so why don't we do this, and we'll watch the sad ending. How long was this meeting going to take place? So that it looks like we're thrown into where the casino ending was. Yeah, we're in the casino. We're currently waiting for the casino meeting to be over. We were outside the room, eagerly awaiting the outcome when... Who is that?
ご無沙汰しておりますね。ファルツォーネの、いえ、ビスコンティのニコラ・フランチェスカ様。ようこそいらっしゃいました。本日は当カジノにお越しくださり、恐悦至極に存じます。
In front of us was a flamboyantly dressed man with an unusual mask on his face.
そちらのおきれいなシニョリーナはフランチェスカ様のご友人でしょうか。
君には関係ない。
Nicola responded sharply, but it didn't seem to faze the man at all.
ああ、残念です。ぜひともご紹介いただきたかったのですが。
He quickly turned and bowed to me as a formal gesture.
申し遅れました、シニョリーナ。私は当カジノの支配人、ディレットーレを任されております。セバスティアーノ・ガリエと申します。以後、お見知りおきくださいませ。
Hello, my name is...
名乗らなくていいよ。 彼は部外者だ。君に関する情報をくれてやる必要はない。
ああ、それは非常に残念ですが、粛々と受け入れましょう。ミステリアスな女性というのも心惹かれるものですから。ただ一つ気がかりなことがありまして、もしやそちらのシニョリーナのご縁によるものかと思い、お名前を確認させていただきたかったのですが、名乗っていただけないのでしたらしようがありませんね。
Oh. But that's sussy.
彼は普段からこの調子なんだ。あまり真に受けない方がいいよ。
Nicholas seems suspicious of the man, but what should I do? I don't trust this guy, honestly. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna like do the complete opposite of what we did for a good ending. We're gonna stay silent.
そんなことより警備は徹底しているんだろうね。
もちろんです。我々としても情報が漏れないよう厳重に注意しておりますとも。
He continued speaking as I tried to decide whether to give him my name.
国営カジノを組織の方々に提供している。
Just adjusting my mic a bit. There we go. Yeah, silent protagonist. I'm kind of glad she's not really a silent protagonist. Like she does occasionally add her input in conversations, but I don't know. I mean, in the good ending, you told him your name, so that is for the best to give him your name. I'm sure we'll find out why in a little bit.
そう世間に知られてしまうのは私どもといたしましてもあまり好ましくありませんので。
That makes sense. The Italian government wouldn't just let it go. It would also deter tourists from coming to the casino.
おのおののファミリーの皆様もえりすぐりの方を配置なさったのでしょう。でしたら我々の警備などよりよほど信頼がおけるというもの。皆様が油断なく目を光らせてくだされば今夜の会合もつつがなく終わるかと。
そうだね。何も起きないならそれに越したことはない。
しかし今夜はことさら長引いているようです。難しい議題なのでしょうね。例えば近頃ブルローネの街を騒がせている例の各ファミリーのソルジャーが次々に不審死を遂げている件などでしょうか。
Yep. And in last playthrough, we found out that it was that overzealous cop, Roberto, who was killing off all the members of the mafia because he just thought, you know, the ends justified the means, I guess. I don't know. I really don't think it's like up to him to make that decision. It finally dawned on me. I could see why Nicola was trying to place distance between us and the Direttore. Direttore continued to speak very openly.
死者はすでに20を超えたとか。
Jeez, that's a lot.
派手な銃撃戦がひとたび起きればそれ以上の死傷者が生まれることもままありますが、しかし毎夜毎夜一人二人と死んでいくのは実に珍しい。
Yeah, it's a serial killer.
幹部の皆様が胸を痛めるのもごもっともなこと。
he continued to speak about what happened as if he were singing a song.
ディレットーレ、君には何度も忠告したはずだよ。余計な好奇心は身を滅ぼすって。
Yep.
僕たちの事情に首を突っ込むのはやめた方がいい。
ああ、ごもっともです。フランチェスカ様、出過ぎた真似をいたしました。
He bowed deeply. That is very suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. Why don't we skip that, okay? Something tells me I shouldn't trust him.
では、私はホールの様子を見てまいりますので。
The direttore elegantly bowed and departed. The door slammed open, and the first person to come out was Gil. I could tell by his expression that things went well.
無事に終わったぜ。しばらくの間、休戦協定を結ぶことになった。
That's good to hear.
顔を合わせた甲斐があったね。お疲れ、ギルバート。
ああ、なんだ。表が騒がしいな。
よくないね。今何か起きれば結論に水を差しかねない。
見に行ってみるか。どうせ賭けに負けたやつが暴れてるとか、その程度だろうが。
Gil seemed to be taking it lightly. On the other hand, Nicola looked quite intense.
このいい加減にしろ。俺を誰だと思っている。
Isn't that...
お前たちは
That was the serial killer of the mafia. It's not spoilers, we already played this part. But this is just another route that we're doing because apparently this also has significance to the story. Alright. Roberto was being detained by security. Roberto's anger was palpable as he glared at us.
何があった？
不審者です。裏口から侵入しようとしていました。
What's going to happen, Gil?
今夜は俺一人ってわけじゃねえからな。この男の処遇について決めるなら、あいつらの意見も聞かねえと。
Oh no. The casino security brought Yang and Dante to the scene.
殺しておけ。目障りなハムシを見逃す道理はない。
ギルバートの好きにすればいい。今夜の主催はお前だ。
Oh no. After asking for their opinion, Gil turned his attention to Nicola.
ニコラ、お前ならどうする？
Instead of looking at Roberto, he glanced at me for a moment before speaking.
今警察と揉め事を起こすのはあまり望ましくないと思う。留置場で殺しが起きているんだよ。藪をつついて蛇を出すのは避けたい。
ずいぶん逃げ腰だな。たかが刑事の一人や二人、どうとでも手を回せるだろう。
Not when it's like this, like in a highly visible public area.
ヤン、それを決めるのはギルバートだ。お前に決定権はない。
What crossed my mind during the exchange of the words was... Oh boy. Wonder if killing him changes anything. I'm gonna stay silent. Weird. Their argument was starting to heat up. Oh no. Amid the clamor, I couldn't seem to take my eyes off of Roberto. Something doesn't feel right. I felt a dark cloud of nausea churning inside me. Roberto was still being held by security, but he was still glaring at Nicola and the others with bloodshot eyes. The odd scene made me feel like something bad was about to happen. Oh no.
こら何を
Roberto got himself loose and quickly drew his gun. He then pointed it straight at Nicola. No! I jumped between Nicola and Roberto.
No.
He couldn't stop his finger from pulling the trigger in time. I closed my eyes and braced myself for the pain of the bullet. A shot resounded through the night. It doesn't hurt? I slowly opened my eyes. It looked like the bullet missed its mark and flew off into nothing.
いきなり発砲とは穏やかじゃねえな。お前、それでも刑事か？
It appeared that Gil knocked the gun out of Roberto's hand. Gil kicked the gun away. It slid toward Yang's feet.
おとなしくしろ。動けば殺す。
Dante pointed his gun to Roberto's back.
君はなんてことを。
Nicola quickly held me in his arms as I faltered and fell to my knees. I'm fine. I'm not hurt at all.
なぜだ
Oh no, I'm definitely the one being the hero. I like this protagonist. She's proactive. I appreciate that. No, I was willing to take the bullet for my love. Roberto was looking at me with a dazed expression on his face.
なぜお前が邪魔をする助けてやろうと思ったのにもう少しでその男を殺せたのに
I'm sorry, that was really loud. Somebody was just like letting off a really loud car engine.
「なのになぜ
Roberto kept mumbling. He was obviously unaware of his surroundings. Hearing his words, I... What are you saying? Yeah, fuck that. I don't need to be saved. What in the world are you saying? Fear suddenly came upon me. What he was saying was beyond the scope of my understanding. He shot his gun in public, out of nowhere. His behavior was obviously unusual. I thought Roberto was simply a bit stubborn as a member of the police force. I knew that he didn't like the mafia, and he was just doing his job, but I finally realized that what I thought about him was completely wrong. Roberto is insane. The indescribable fear gave me chills as I contemplated the oddity before me.
動かないで。今止血するから。
Huh? Nicola tore his handkerchief and wrapped it around my arm. It was then that I realized I had been grazed by the bullet. I didn't really feel anything, though. I almost died. Suddenly, my body shook.
なるほどな。
Yang squinted a bit and looked at Roberto with keen interest.
やはり俺の意見が正しかったな。さっさと殺してしまえばよかったもの。
人事のように言うな。この刑事に発砲を許したのは俺たち全員の怠慢だ。
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Somebody is out there mowing their lawn and it is very loud. Sorry about that. Yeah.
どうだかな。なまっていたのはお前たちだけかもしれんぞ。
待てよ、ヤン、お前。まさか気づいてたのに止めなかったってわけじゃねえよな。
だとしたらどうする？そんなさじより今はこの男の処遇だろう。
殺す必要はない。
Nicola coldly interrupted their conversation.
なぜ刑事一人の妄想にわざわざ付き合ってやる必要がある？そんなことより彼を殺したことで僕たちの立場が悪くなるのは困る。
Yep, I agree.
そんなことだと。
Roberto shouted with rage. But Nicola simply brushed him off and didn't even look at him. Ooh, that's cold. Wow.
ギルバート、僕は彼女を連れて先に帰る。後のことは任せていいね。
ああ、よく休ませてやってくれ。すぐに医者の手配をさせる。
ありがとう。
Nicola carried me in his arms and headed toward the parking lot. Oh. Let's skip the meanwhile story. I believe we saw that. Yeah. I was taken back to the Visconti Manor. Nicola quietly carried me into his arms and headed down the hall. Nicola? I'm fine, really. I'm not bleeding anymore. It doesn't hurt at all. Nicola was biting down on his lip with a serious look on his face. He seemed okay in front of everyone. I had never seen him like this before. He kicked open the door into my room. He then carefully laid me down on my bed, as if he were handling a broken object.
どうしてあんな真似をした？
He grabbed my shoulders and closed in on me so that he could look into my eyes. What do you mean?
僕の前に飛び出したことだよ。君は本当に死ぬところだった。君がまだ生きていることが不思議なくらいだ。
Oh.
この程度の怪我で済んだのなんてほとんど奇跡だよ。
Yeah. I'm sorry. All I could do was apologize for my actions.
まさかこんなにもバカだったなんてさすがに思いもしなかった。
But I looked at his jade green eyes. This is harsh. Oh, wow. I saw what was going to happen. I thought I was the only one who saw what Roberto was going to do, so...
いくら君しか気づいてなかったとしても君がしたことは間違っている。誰かのために命を投げ出すなんてそんなの美徳でも何でもない。
That's not true, Nicola. I wouldn't have done it for anyone else. I did it because it was you, Nicola. I saw you were in danger, which is why I did what I did. I didn't want you to die. I just moved and... Whoa! I could suddenly see the ceiling. Before I knew it, Nicola was on top of me. I tried to raise my voice, but my words were being swallowed by his lips. Why? I couldn't understand what just happened or what was going on. I could see his eyes in front of me. His eyelashes were wet and quivering. His lips relentlessly took the air out of me. My fingers instinctively clasped his. His kiss was harsh and savage. Nicola. The kiss was so deep and sweet that I lost all will to fight back. I had no idea how much time had passed. My mind was all muddled when suddenly Nicola took his lips off mine. I tried to catch my breath. Nicola looked at me and mumbled.
あんなに震えていたくせに。
I didn't know why he suddenly kissed me like that. But I could tell now why he was so angry. You were worried about me?
そうだよ。僕は別にいい。いいんだ。僕はマフィアだから。いつか誰かの怨嗟によって死ぬ。そんな覚悟はとっくの昔に済ませている。けど君は違う。
His hands on me were trembling from anger and fear.
あの時、僕がロベルトに殺されたとしても、それは仕方ないことだった。けど、君は違うんだ。こんなことをすべきじゃなかった。絶対に。
Hi, Abaddon. You are absolutely correct. But it would have mattered if you died back there.
君は
If I had to go through it again, I would still do the same thing.
どうして
Because I want to protect you, Nicola. I'd never felt so much pain before. Hearing him place so little value in himself, while his eyes filled with tears, gripped my heart tightly. Nicola saved me so many times. Now it's my turn to save him. I felt Nicola mumbling something while he kissed me, but I was of no mind to hear what he was saying. I accepted Nicola's sweet touch with my open arms. I could do nothing to stop him while his lips were on mine.
どうして君はこんなに僕の心をかき乱すんだ。
Nicholas stood up and ran out of the room, leaving me behind. I was all alone now. I still didn't fully realize what happened here or why. I tried to recall what happened tonight. Oh. We get to see this.
そう、フランチェスカめ。
I couldn't manage to release my anger, even after punching the alley walls. Okay, Kyle.
あの女もあの女だ。教会育ちの清廉な清らかな女だと思っていたのに、俺が助けてやろうと思ったのに、まさか本当に自らの意志であの男のそばにいるとでも。
Yeah?
まさか彼女はフランチェスカに惚れて。ニコラ・フランチェスカ
Oh no. Oh, not you again. What appeared from behind the dark alley? The object of my hatred?
貴様、ラオ州の。
まあ待て。引き金を引く前に少しだけ話をしよう。
犯罪者と話すことなど。
お前の正義にはいささか興味がある。俺が答えに導いてやろうか。
Oh no. I wasn't sure how to react to his words.
殻を破れ。お前の望む未来はほんの少し手を伸ばせばすぐそこにある。
何を言っている。
なるほど、建前が欲しいか。ならばそうだな。そう、俺は苦しんでいる女を見過ごせないたちでな。
Oh no.
女。
フランチェスカに囚われたあの女だ。フランチェスカは恐ろしい男だ。本心がどうであろうとあの女には逆らう手段などないだろうよ。
Oh no.
お前には聞こえなかったのか？あの女の助けを求める声が、真実の声が。お前が見ているのは上辺だけか？
彼女が助けを求めて。
No, 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 no. I'm fine.
考えてもみろ。ただの娘風情がマフィアに対等な立場として扱ってもらえると思うか？まったく哀れなことだ。いつの世もどの国も女は虐げられる生き物であることに変わりがない。
まさかフランチェスカは彼女を無理やり痛めつけて言うことを聞かせているのか？
ああ、さすが優秀だな、お前は。ローマ出身のエリートという肩書きはなかなかどうして伊達ではないということか。
Oh no, this guy's just stirring the shit, isn't he?
女に言うことを聞かせる手段などいくらでもあるだろう。特に奴はそういった悪行についても精通しているようだからな。先日も俺のもとに誰のものとも知らん耳が送られてきて肝を冷やしたものだ。
なんてことだ。
She simply couldn't call for help. If so, then I needed to take action. It was clear now what I needed to do.
フランチェスカが憎いだろう。あの男は最低の犯罪者だ。
ああ、殺してやりたい。
殺すだけでいいのか？
え？
死ねば何も感じない痛みも苦しみも。フランチェスカはお前を貶め、女を恥ずかしめた。そんな男をただ殺すだけで気が済むのか？
I couldn't let him get away with his crimes.
あの男には死すら生ぬるい。
He needs to be shamed in front of all. He needs to suffer in complete despair.
あの悪漢にニコラ・フランチェスカにふさわしい末路を用意してやる。
そうだな。お前ならできる。俺は知っている。今までも上手に立ち回っているからな。
そうだ。俺ならできる。
フランチェスカを絶望に落とし、女を救ってやればいい。それは正義に通じる行いだ。
そうだ。これは正義だ。
His words were a beacon to me. I was finally able to see the path in front of me.
下っ端とはいえ、これ以上兵隊が減っては困るからな。しばらくはそちらで遊んでもらおうか。なあ、ファルツォーネ。
That's not good. I tried to recall what happened tonight. I walked along a path I knew very well. Ever since the Mafia deaths, my men have kept reminding me to not step outside alone. But that was precisely why I needed to walk out here. The citizens were looking on as bystanders, but they feared the casualties would soon fall upon them. The blessing the Mafia bestowed on Berlone came with its risks as well. The moment conflict surfaced, it was possible the people here could be dragged into it. If I didn't step outside, the people would think that danger was imminent. Living my life as I usually did, even if doing so put it at risk. That was what was needed now.
ドミニクは留置場内で死んだ。敵は警察に通じている。もしくは警察内部の人間か。だがドミニクの件以降、ブルローネ死刑にマフィア排斥の動きはない。単独犯か。だとすれば尻尾をつかむのは逆に難しい。しかし相手も追い詰められている。各組織が警戒を強めている今、動くに動け。
いきなりなんだ？何が起こっ？
Oh no. The man fell to the ground, blood gushing out of his body. The blood spread along with fear. The people all began to scream. More gunshots were heard.
街中で発砲だと。
The people were running frantically. Oh no. I couldn't find the shooter. Could it be from above?
建物に入れ。窓のそばには近寄るな。
I looked above me while instructing the citizens to find shelter. The sun was still up. It squinted through the bright light. Oh no. A young child tripped and fell in the empty street. He must have been separated from his parents. A shot ricocheted next to the child.
カッツォ
I had no time to think. I rushed to the child and brought him into my arms. I ran toward the alley and... Oh no. Why am I looking at the sky? Oh no. Oh no, this is going to make Nicola go off the deep end, huh? Word spread immediately across Berlone.
そんなバカな
He trembled with shaky breath. I could tell he was distressed.
ダンテが死んだ
For context, Dante is like Nicola's little brother. Like that's their relationship. No. Are you sure? It must be a mistake.
信頼できる筋に確かめた。新聞も夕方には号外は出してる。
This can't be happening. Words couldn't express the shock. I couldn't even fathom what Nicola was going through. No words could comfort him now.
ニコラ、今回はご愁傷様だったが。
いいんだギルバートそんな言葉
Nicola? Nicola nonchalantly interrupted Gil and slowly drew his gun out. The barrel was pointed directly at Gil.
おいおい。何の冗談だ、ニコラ。
君は覚えている僕がビスコンティに来た理由
ファルツォーネを潰すためだろ。
それは目的の半分でしかない大事な部分が欠けている
Oh no. I remember this in the good ending. Like, he would work with them as long as Dante's safety was guaranteed. Oh no. He spoke coldly through an oddly formed grin.
僕が潰したかったのはダンテがカポを務めるファルツォーネだ彼が死んだ以上僕の目的は失われた
どうして俺に銃を向ける？お前は今何を考えてる？
なんだと思う
Nicola, please, put the gun down. What are you thinking? I mustered the courage to speak up amid the tension in the air. I tried to step in between to stop them. But...
死にたいのか？離れてろ！
He pushed me with all his might. I fell onto the ground with a thud. Gil grabbed hold of his gun while kicking a chair at Nicola. Nicola dodged the chair and stepped forward with his gun in position. In a flash, Gil drew his gun out and... I screamed and it escaped my lips. I closed my eyes. I didn't hear any gunfire in the lounge. What's happening? As I slowly and carefully opened my eyes, dread washed over me. Gil was holding his bloody chest while glaring at Nicola.
飾りじゃねえのかよ。それ。
Blood trickled from the corner of his mouth, and soon he coughed it up violently. Gil? Before my scream ended, Gil slowly crumpled to the floor. Oh no! Gil, no! Nicola wiped the blood from his knife before placing it back into its sheath.
ここぞという時にしか使わないから奥の手なんだよ。
It dawned on me what happened. The gun was a decoy. Nicola drew Gil's attention to it and stabbed him. Unable to fathom the intensity of the situation, I gazed blankly upon Gil's body, and then at Nicola. Why did you... I let out what little words I had in my mind. Hello, dead man. How are you? Nicola looked at me for a short moment and sighed.
手土産なしにファルツォーネが僕を裏切り者を受け入れることはない。
What do you mean? You're planning on going back?
ファルツォーネでやらなければならないことができた。
Oh no. This is like a full-on gang war, isn't it?
どんな手を使ってでも僕はファルツォーネに戻らなくちゃならない。だからギルバートを殺した。それだけだ。
What do you need to do?
復讐だ。
Nicola turned to me and slowly began to walk.
君はもういらない。
Oh! I closed my eyes in fear of the death that loomed over me. I could only hope he would do it painlessly. With death imminent, it was all I could manage to think. Strange, I didn't feel any sort of painful impact at all. All I felt was a dry hand patting me on the head. Huh? I opened my eyes to see Nicola's face right in front of me.
元の居場所、教会に戻るといい。君の役目はもう終わったんだ。
I didn't know what to say. I was more shocked at his expression than at the words he said. His eyes looked so sad. What I saw in them wasn't hatred. Within those cold eyes, I could only see despair. Wait, Nicola! I instinctively reached out and grabbed the hem of his jacket as he moved away. I can't let Nicola go. I won't go back to the church.
どうしたの？頭でも打ったのかな？ギルバートは乱暴だったからね。
His words were cold and without emotion. I didn't think he was even listening to me. Still, I can't let Nicola go. Not like this. Please, you have to take me with you to the Falzones. I'm worried about you. I want to be with you, Nicola.
僕はたった今ギルバートを殺したんだよ。世話になった相手だろうと簡単に殺す男だ。
Yes, I still can't believe it. I don't want to believe it.
最低の殺人者だ。ファミリーを裏切ってここに来てまた裏切った。
I can't forgive you for killing Gil, but... Please! You have to take me with you!
僕は君のことだっていつでも殺せるんだよ。
I'm honestly scared of you. But I don't want to leave you alone. Hearing my plea made Nicola sigh deeply.
君って子は
Suddenly, clamor could be heard outside the lounge. I heard people nearby.
ギルバートはまだ話しているのか、この忙しい時に。何の話なんですかね、一体。人払いしろって言われましたが。
Nicola glared at the door, then looked in my direction.
足手まといになるなら置いていくよ。
I'll be fine. I forced myself up with trembling arms. My legs were shaking, making it difficult to stand. No, I need to stand.
ほら。
Nicola grabbed my arm and pulled me off the ground. He told me I needed to keep up with him. And still, he was helping to support me in this moment. Nicola's ruthless side killed Gil. Nicola's kind side helped me. I didn't know which was the real Nicola now. The Falzone was in a stir, seeing us arrive at their manor.
ニコラ、お前どうして？
戻ってきたってことは、お前の裏切りはやはりカポの作戦だったのか。
ダンテがそう言ったの？
いや、カポはお前のことには何も言及しなかった。生還すると言ったきり話題に出すこともなかったからな。だから何か理由があるんじゃないかって思っていたんだが。
ニコラさんが本当に裏切ったのならカポはすぐに動いたはずだし、でもそれならそうと作戦だってはっきり言ってくれたらよかったのに。
いや、考えてみればカポの判断は当然だ。情報はいつどこから漏れるともしれない。裏切りが嘘だとバレたらニコラ自身に危険が及ぶからな。
Oh no. Nicola closed his eyes and mumbled as the men came to their own conclusions.
そうか。ダンテは何も。
Nicola's expression didn't change, but I could tell he was close to tears. After a brief pause, he slowly raised his head, showing a newly found resolve.
僕は報復のために戻ってきた。ダンテを、ファルツォーネファミリーのカポを殺した愚か者に地獄を見せるために。
Nicola's words brought a renewed vigor to the salon. Everyone looked at Nicola with expectation and hope in their eyes.
現状を報告して。
はい、カポが襲撃を受けたのはファルチェのベスタ通りです。住民にも死傷者が出てます。高所からの狙撃だったようで。
狙撃？例の構成員殺しなら背後から近づくのがセオリーだよね。
ああ、だから別件の可能性もあると思う。カポを狙うためより確実な手段を取ったというのもあり得るかもしれないが。
ダンテの体に残っていた弾は 7.62 ロシアンだった。おそらく使用したのはソビエト製のモシンナガンだろうな。ラオ州の人間が使っているのを何度か見たことがある。
I thought so. His words had the salon in an uproar. It seemed like that it was news to everyone. So the Lao Shu killed Dante? Oh no. There's gonna be a gang war, isn't there? Hearing my words, Nicola slowly spoke with a menacing voice.
なら話は簡単だ。ラオ州の人間を全員殺せばいい。一匹残らず追い詰めて根絶やしにしてやろう。
俺絶対カポの仇を取ります。すぐにでも動きましょう。
落ち着いてレオ。そのためには準備が必要だ。それにまずダンテの亡骸を弔ってやりたいんだ。
そうですよね。じゃないとカポが報われないです。
Leo nodded as his tears spilled out. It was then I noticed some members looking at each other.
ニコラ、お前に頼みがある。
ダンテの無念を晴らすためだったら僕は何でもするよ。
Nicola would do anything, like he said. I slowly closed my eyes as I recalled Gil's bloodied body.
だったら次のカポにはお前がなれ。
That probably came as a surprise to Nicola. I could tell his breath was caught in his throat.
俺たちをこのファルツォーネを引っ張っていけるのはお前だけだ。
そうですよ、ニコラさん。カポだってそう望んでるはずです。俺ニコラさんにどこまでもついていきます。
レオ、けど僕はカポになりたくてここに戻ってきたわけじゃない。
Nicola forced out a smile, to which the executives quietly shook their heads.
だがカポ、ダンテなき今、ファルツォーネ直系の地に一番近いのはお前だ、ニコラ。頼む、ニコラ。俺たち全員のダンテのためにも。お前がこのファミリーを背負うんだ。
Nicola looked down as if he were in pain. He then hesitantly looked up.
いいよ。僕が全ての責任を取ろう。その立場に次のカポになるよ。
The men in the room all cheered at his acceptance. Everyone praised the new boss and vowed to follow Nicola to a brighter future.
君は教会に帰るんだ。僕たちは新たな戦いを始めなくちゃならない。
Oh no.
ダンテの弔い合戦を。だから君はここにいる必要はない。
Nicola tried to put distance between us, but I looked straight back and replied, I want to stay here. Even if you don't need me anymore, there must be something I can help with. Please, Nicola. Nicola narrowed his eyes in disbelief, then gave a deep sigh.
じゃあ、勝手にすればいい。
His words granted me permission to stay here. I breathed a sigh of relief. I just have to find a way to help support Nicola through his grief and suffering. There must be something I could do.
って感じだよ。
なるほど、そう動いたか。
ファルツォーネにはもともとフランチェスカ派があったんだって。
フランチェスカ支持の幹部たちが中心になって体制を整えたみたいだよ。それにしてもこんなにあっさりレッドフォードが死ぬなんてね。
これもヤンの作戦なの？予想通り？
いや、俺の予想では生死は逆だ。遠くない未来、 レッドフォードは用済みになったフランチェスカを始末し、そのままファルツォーネファミリーへ攻勢に打って出ると踏んでいた。
だったら大外れね。
ヤンの予想が外れるなんてね、珍しいよ。もしかしてウォーロックした？
I ignored the giggling twins and thought about what would happen next.
ファルツォーネがあっさり死んだことも意外ではあるが、それ以上に俺が見誤っていたのはフランチェスカの方か。予想よりも怖い男のようだな、あれは。面白い。これは期待できそうだ。
何が楽しいのやん。
思い通りにならなかったんでしょ？違うの？
全てが思い通りになる未来ほどつまらんものはない。おかげで構想は長く続く。まだしばらくここで遊べそうだ。
I'll give you some time until you gain full control of the family.
あれはなかなか見どころがある。死んだファルツォーネ以上に俺を楽しませてくれればいいが。
That's not good. I looked at the closed office door with a number of thoughts crossing my mind. Yesterday, we came back to the Falzones so that Nicola could speak with the members. Once he finished talking, he went straight into the office and hasn't appeared since. He showed up for breakfast this morning. I couldn't help but worry about him, but I couldn't barge in without a good reason. I just have to wait until he opens the door.
ああ、ちょうどよかった。
The door to the office suddenly opened. He looked at me without a hint of surprise.
エスプレッソが飲みたいんだけど、持ってきてもらってもいいかな？
Yes, of course.
濃いめに入れてくれると嬉しいな。頭をはっきりさせたいからね。
He still looked tense. Aside from that, he's no different from his usual self. For some reason, I felt very uneasy. I saw how he reacted when he heard about Dante's death. The deep despair that was in his eyes was nowhere to be found. I kept looking at the door. A few minutes later, I went to the kitchen with a bad feeling about the situation. Julia, are you around? I hesitantly stepped into the kitchen to prepare the brew. Julia? I called her name again. A short while later, she appeared.
いますよ。どうしました？
I saw her this morning at breakfast. She seemed fine then and was acting like she normally did, but Julia in front of me looked pale, as if she had just been crying. May I borrow the kitchen for a moment? I wanted to brew a cup of espresso. Not knowing what else to say, I decided to say why I came down here. I could only imagine how hard it hit her when Dante passed away after so many years of caring for him.
もちろんどうぞ。
Thank you very much, Julia.
カフェラテじゃなくていいんですか？
No, Nicola asked me for an espresso.
ああ、ニコラ坊ちゃんはいつも濃いめのエスプレッソでしたね。
I suppose he enjoys the bitterness.
ミルクをたっぷり入れたがるダンテ坊ちゃんとは大違いです。
Julia's shoulders dropped with exhaustion, then let out a deep sigh. I could see tears welling up despite her closed eyes. Julia, I'm so sorry for what happened. I couldn't continue talking about it, seeing how weak Julia was now.
私がこんなに辛気臭くしてちゃみんなに悪いとは思うんですけどね。やっぱりまだ整理はつきませんよ。長い付き合いでしたから。
Julia forced a weak and sad smile out of her face.
当主様にこんなことを思うのは本来とても不敬なことですけど、私はダンテ坊ちゃんのことを本当の息子のように思っていましたから。
Julia.
唯一の救いはまたニコラ坊ちゃんのお世話を焼かせてもらえることです。お帰りになられて本当によかった。私はずっと信じていましたよ。お二人は仲違いしたわけじゃない。そんなことあるはずがないって。
Yes, you're right. I let out a smile too, as I filled the cup with espresso. Julia, would you like a cup?
ありがたくいただきましょうか。ああ、いい香りですね。
I gave my first brew to Julia, who tried her best to keep even a weak smile on her face.
さあ、早くニコラ坊ちゃんにも持って行ってあげてくださいな。
Yes, and Julia, please don't push yourself. Everyone would be devastated if something happened to you. I would too, of course.
ありがとうございます。ニコラ坊ちゃんは幸せ者ですね。こんなに優しいお嬢さんがおそばにいてくれるんですから。
I wasn't sure how to respond. All I could do was smile back. Well, I'd better get going.
ありがとう。そこに置いておいて。
Nicola smiled and thanks me for bringing the espresso to the office. But he immediately went back to looking through the documents on his desk. Unable to make conversation, I placed the cup down and hastily made my exit. I sighed as if it had been a huge task. There wasn't much I could do now. I suppose I should be happy just having been able to see him. He thanked me with a smile. That odd feeling I had when he asked for an espresso, I was feeling that again now. I walked down the hall with my head down, back to the kitchen to return the tray. Oh no. I saw a shoe right down in front of me. Okay. Leo, buongiorno.
Buongiorno. いい天気ですね。
It's pretty cloudy outside.
それはその。ダメだ。俺まだるっこしいの苦手なんで単刀直入に行きます。一つ聞いてもいいですか？
Yes. Leo was a lot more forceful than usual.
どうして教会に帰らないんです？
Well, I didn't expect such a question from Leo. I decided to question him in return. Why do you ask?
だってあなたは巻き込まれただけの普通の人じゃないですか。パルツォーネにゆかりがあるわけでもない。マフィアの屋敷なんて普通の女の子ならきっと1秒だって早く出て行きたいはずです。
What Leo was saying was right. Back then, I used to dream every day of going back to the church.
なのに昨日あなたはニコラさんに教会に帰れって言われて断った。どうしてなんだろうって思って。
I smiled and answered Leo's question. It would be easy if I could just go back to the church and live like before. I'm sure things would be lovely, and everything would return to normal for me.
だったらどうして？
I want to be with Nicola. I don't want to leave him. It's because I love Nicola. I wasn't going to hide my feelings. I looked at Leo and said what I truly felt inside. Leo's eyes widened in surprise. After a brief moment, he nodded.
そうですか。俺、あなたを応援します。今のニコラさんにはあなたが必要だと思うから。
Leo.
俺、カポが亡くなってすごく悲しいです。それにでもきっとニコラさんの悲しみはこんなもんじゃない。
The discomfort and anxiety I felt. Leo seemed to feel the same way.
もし困ったことがあったら何でも相談してくださいね。
Thank you. I appreciate it.
それ、俺が持ちます。
Leo quickly took the tray from my hands and headed to the kitchen. Oh. I quickly turned around after sensing someone was looking at me from behind.
どうしたんです？忘れ物ですか？
Oh, I thought someone was behind us. I suppose it was just my imagination.
ああ、昨日の今日ですし、疲れてるのかもしれないですよ。無理しないようにしてくださいね。
I think you're right. Thank you. I replied with gratitude at Leo's genuine concern about my well-being. Leo's right. Maybe I'm just a nervous wreck right now. These past few days, so many things have happened to us. But Nicola must be going through far more than anyone here. I was more concerned about him than I was about myself. Dante's funeral ended quietly. The sky was getting cloudy with a drizzle as we finished burying his coffin. It was like heaven was crying for Dante. Just a few years ago. The people of Piofiore mourned the loss of the previous Valzono boss. Nicola. He was now the Valzono's boss. As boss, he handled the arrangements and gave a speech to urge his men on. Nicola is acting the way he used to before. No different from when Dante was alive. But after the funeral ended and the attendees left the graveyard, Nicola froze as if the strings moving him had snapped. He stood there, under the rain. Nicola, you should get going too. You're going to catch a cold like that. My words didn't reach him. His jade eyes were staring blankly at the tombstone. Nicola. After calling his name out a number of times, he finally spoke with quivering lips.
君はそこにいる。
His voice was so weak and firm. I held back my tears, hearing his voice so full of sorrow. Yes, I'm here. I'm right here next to you, Nicola. My words resonated in his heart. Nicola lifted his head and looked out and looked at me.
怖いんだ。
His voice was shaking.
大切な人を失うのは僕のせいだ。ダンテが死んだのは僕の。
Nicola, please. Please don't.
君もいつか失うんじゃないかって。
I'll always be by your side. I promise I'll never leave. So please. Please, let's go away. Together. Amidst the rain, I did my best to express my feelings to his hardened soul. Soon, he slowly began to move.
帰ろう。
He then grabbed hold of me and buried his face into my shoulder. His body was cold from the rain. I gently cradled his weak shoulders. I prayed in silence that Nicola's soul would be saved. Here. Good. Looks like I've covered the second floor hall. I've been helping Julia with the cleaning, with how much time I had on hand. Poor Nicola, that's so sad. Oh, let's see what this is about.
「ラオ州は最近おとなしい。特に目立った動きはないみたい。」
ラオ州も大金星をあげたわけだし、あまり焦る必要がないのかもね。
Sensing something from my words, Orlok quietly looked away.
ビスコンティは被害が甚大。そろそろだと思う。
相当叩いたからね。正直、ビスコンティよりもラオ州を優先したかったんだけど。
Hang on. I think somebody wants in.
Hello, baby.
Yeah, Kitty wanted in. Hi, what's up?
「売られた喧嘩を買わないわけにもいかないしね。」
ビスコンティはニコラにボスを殺された。
報復に出るのは当然。
まあそれもここまでだ。近いうちに最後の仕上げにかかろうかな。
Oh no.
ファルツォーネのニコラの評判はあまり良くない。ファルツォーネを裏切ったこと作戦だったって信じてない人も多い。ニコラはまんまとカポの座を手にしたって。
言いたいやつには言わせておけばいいさ。他には何かある？
今は街中に死体が溢れてる。いちいち確認するのも手間だけど、俺が調べた範囲では。
Oh no. And we still haven't solved the serial killings either. Oh no.
ダンテ・ファルツォーネの死後、構成員殺しの新しい被害者は出てないと思う。
Oh.
それはいいことだね。公庫の憂いがないに越したことはない。
それからブルローネ死刑に一人行方不明の人間がいる。
Oh. So the cop was doing it, and they stopped since he's gone missing.
ロベルト・デ・フェオ。
へえ。
ロベルトはラオ州とつながりがあったみたい。露見を恐れて逃げたのか、それともラオ州に消されたのか、もしくは他の誰かに。
さあどうだろう。彼は随分と失礼な人間だったし、マフィアからは煙たがられていたから無理もないよ。今頃アドリア海の魚の餌にでもなっているかもね。ま、一階の刑事の末路に興味はないけど。
ならいい。
Hello, Rio. Salamat pagi. Hello. Orlok began to look around the room, uncomfortably.
どうしたの、オルロック？
ニコラ、この部屋。
ああ、ここは代々のカポが使っている執務室だよ。今は僕のもの。
I had only let him into the manor a few times before. And even then, only as far as the garden. Perhaps being in here was making him uncomfortable. Oh dear. I've been helping Julia with the cleaning, with how much time I had on hand. I lived life here not much different from the way it was before. The only difference is that the men are never around and Dante is no longer with us. It had been 2 weeks since Dante's funeral. Ah! I turned around, hearing a familiar voice. It seemed it was coming from Nicola's office. A young man stepped out. Buongiorno, Orlok. Orlok seemed tense. He simply nodded without saying a word. How is Nicola? It was a strange question to ask. But Orlok must have noticed my hesitance and replied to my question.
ニコラは変わった。それが少しかたくさんか、俺にはわからないけど。
Orlok looked at the door to the office with a concerned look on his face.
俺は情報屋だから。必要とされるなら情報を売る。それだけ。それ以上のことは何もしない。許されてないから。
With that, he bowed to signal his departure and walked away. As he left, I watched his lonely back and held that odd feeling inside me. Later in the evening, as I was cleaning up, one of the men came to the salon.
やれやれ、このサロンに来るのも久しぶりな気がするな。
Welcome back.
おお、ジョーちゃん、掃除してたのか
？Why, yes. It seems you're all quite busy. I can at least do my best to make the place comfortable when you return.
そいつは嬉しい心遣いだな。うん。屋敷が綺麗だとやっぱり気分がいい。
I'm glad to hear it.
最近寝る暇もなく動き回っていてな。さすがに応えるってもんだ。次の休みにはジョーちゃんが焼いた菓子でも食いながらのんびりしたいよ。
He sunk his tired body into the chair and closed his eyes as if enjoying the old days.
俺はジョーちゃんの観音炉が恋しいよ。ドミニクさんにも食べさせてやりたかったな。
Yes, I wish he was too. I wanted to see him enjoy my baking. I vividly remembered when I heard he was going to be released. Afterward, I was abducted by Nicola from the Falzone Manor. I haven't made any cannoli since then.
よかったらまた今度観音炉を作ってくれないか。実のところ俺もジョーちゃんが作ってくれるドルチェのファンだったんだ。
He winked at me with a playful smile on his face. I'm so happy to hear that. I'll make the best cannoli I can.
楽しみだ。
I felt a bit better seeing his bright smile and hearing his joyful laughter. I couldn't be happier knowing what I did could make others smile.
ねえ。
I jumped at the sudden voice calling out from behind me. Nicola, since when? Instead of replying to me, he stared coldly at the person sitting in front of me.
君、こんなところで油を売っている暇はあるのかな。僕たちファルツォーネの人間にとってすべきことはまだ山積みのはずだけど。
ああ、すみません、カポ。すぐ仕事に戻ります。
He quickly bowed and exited the salon in a hurry. Nicola. He just came back a moment ago after working a long time. He even said he hasn't had any time to sleep, so he's just resting for a minute. He wasn't sitting idly.
へえ、遊びじゃないなら何なのかな、そのおしゃべりの内容は。
Well, true, we weren't talking about work, but I tried my best to make an excuse as he looked at me with those cold eyes of his. It's my fault. He just wanted to cheer me up. It was only for a moment. So please don't be too harsh on him. The more I spoke, the harsher his expression became. Unable to say anything more, I fell silent. I sighed slightly, and all of a sudden... Ah! Nicola forcefully grabbed my arm. What? What is it? Without a single word, he simply dragged me out of the salon. Stop! Nicola, let me go! I tried to snap him out of his unusual state, but as he kept a tight grip on my arm. Nicola didn't even look at me. What? He kept dragging me along quietly until we reached his office. What is going on with you? I finally snapped from his refusal to talk and questioned him in a strong voice. His grip on me began to weaken. I held my breath and quickly forced my arm away from his hold. Why are you doing this? I looked straight at him. He didn't flinch and quietly locked the door, staring at me with a blank look on his face.
君が言ったんだよ。僕のそばにいるって。
Nicola's words jogged my memory. I recalled what I said at Dante's funeral. Well, yes, I did say that, but that's why I'm still here and haven't returned to the church. I had stood by my words. At least, that's what I thought. Yet Nicola gave an eerie smile and pulled me into his arms.
何も分かっていないんだね、君は。
No. I was getting a bad feeling about this, especially in this locked room. I instinctively tried to break myself loose, but his arm wasn't letting go at all. Nicola then squeezed me more tightly to stop me from resisting. Stop! Nicola!
君は僕のことが好きなんだよね。だからそばにいてくれるんだよね。
The way he questioned me was making me doubt his sanity. He's right that I love him, but he's starting to scare me.
どうして黙るの？ああ、もしかしてもう嫌いになったとか。
That's not...
いいよ、見損なったならそれで。君が僕を嫌っていても結果は同じだ。
He forcefully... Oh no. He forcefully pulled down my blouse collar, exposing my skin to the cold air. Unable to speak through shaking lips, I stood frozen as he whispered into my ear.
君は約束した。僕のそばにいるって。だからその責任を取ってもらう。誓いには重みがあるんだって知っているよね。
Please, stop! His moist lips touched my exposed skin, and he slowly ran them down the mark on my chest. I tried my best to push him back, but to no avail. Yeah, this is very, very bad.
僕にはもう君しか。
Nicola? His eyes were filling with tears. He was looking at me with a sense of suffering in his eyes. If I refuse him now, his mind is going to break. He wouldn't smile at me like he did before. Suddenly, my strength left my arms and legs.
諦めたの。賢いね。君がちゃんといい子にしてくれたら、僕も優しくしてあげられる。
Body shook, seeing his cold eyes. I needed to accept him. I needed to accept his despair and sorrow in order to heal him. I want to protect him. I slowly and carefully reached my hands out, and then he slowly wrapped his arms around my back. Another day passed without returning to the church. I didn't regret accepting Nicola back then. But I still didn't know if that was the right thing to do. That should do it. Now that I'm done cleaning the garden, I decided to head back to the salon. It seemed like Nicola and the family were all gathered together for some kind of meeting.
報告ありがとう。レオが持ってきた情報を踏まえて考えると。ラオ州に仕掛けるのは2日後、いや、3日後がいいかな。
はい。中2日あれば万全の状態に整えられると思います。
俺も賛成だ。今回は大物狙いだからな。慎重に準備する必要がある。
I interrupted their meeting. Would anyone like something to drink? Nicola looked at me and smiled gently.
いいよ。それより君も座って。いい知らせがあるんだ。
Oh no. I wasn't sure what it was about, but I followed Nicola's beckoning hand and sat next to him.
きっと喜ぶと思うよ。僕たちの敵はもうほとんどいなくなったんだから。
Enemies? You mean the Falzone families?
うん。ラオ州はまだ少し残っているけど、ヴィスコンティはもう終わり。
Oh no. I could deduce something important was being discussed among them. But hearing him say that the Visconti were all gone was still shocking. It feels like just yesterday. Despite my short stay there, I did get along with a number of them.
ヴィスコンティはもともとボスに大きく依存していた組織だ。ギルバートさえ死ねばあとは烏合の衆。崩れ落ちるのは早かったね。
Neo nodded in agreement with Nicola.
俺も何度かやり合いましたけど、全然怖い相手じゃなかったです。統率も取れてないし。
Oh no. Feeling conflicted emotions, I asked a question to Nicola. What's going to happen to Kreta?
ヴィスコンティが亡くなった以上、しばらくは荒れると思うよ。ファルツォーネへの反感もあるだろうしね。けど、それも一時のことだ。ブルローネは昔のようにファルツォーネが滑る街になる。
からは平和になるだけです。ニコラさんを狙っていた奴らはみんな死にましたし。
Oh no.
敵組織の中でも忠誠心の薄い連中はさっさとこの町を捨てたようだしな。
It seemed they were telling me this to help ease my worries. This just makes me more concerned, okay? I'm happy if there isn't anyone left to go after Nicola, but I glanced over to my side. Nicola was sitting there like nothing had changed. It didn't feel good at all. Oh god. Night arrived. I changed into my sleepwear and slid into bed when I already know who it was who knocked on the door. I wasn't sure if I should go and open the door to let him in. Can I trust you? The knock continued in a hurry. I didn't have much time to think. I stood in front of the door, closed my eyes, and took a deep breath. I slowly turned the doorknob. The person in front of me smiled gently.
ボナセーラ。君の部屋に入れてくれる？
Nicola was smiling, but his eyes said otherwise. I quietly let Nicola into my room. I chose to accept all that he does. I can't change things now. At this point, I doubt he would let me leave anyway. And I don't want to hurt Nicola anymore. He came inside and closed the door. As usual, he locked the door behind him. Oh no. The day we were to attack the Lao Shu arrived. Everyone had left the manor already. I cleaned the hallway in a daze. I couldn't seem to concentrate. How many times have I sighed already? The entrance was getting a bit noisy. Is he back? I hurriedly put the cleaning tools away and went down to the salon. Nicola was nowhere to be found. According to Leo, he seemed to go straight into his office upon arrival. Hearing that, my shoulders dropped. But I quickly regained my composure and headed to his office. Welcome back, Nicola. Seeing me jump into his room without knocking, his eyes narrowed. Then he gave me a gentle smile.
Ah, tadaima.
I'm glad you returned safely.
今ちょうど君に会いに行こうって思っていたところだったんだよ。
I smiled with relief. Nicola seemed happier than usual. If the siege on the Lao Shu was successful, Nicola's vengeance should be over.
こちらにはほとんど被害は出なかった。怪我人が数人ってところかな。
I see.
けど、ヤンには逃げられた。
Yang's escape meant that Nicola's revenge wasn't over yet. Anxiety washed over me. But Nicola didn't seem fazed at all. He was still smiling quite pleasantly.
君にも見せてあげたかったな。今日はネズミの巣を丸ごときれいに燃やしてあげたんだ。
What? Huh?
港も街道もすべて封鎖した。ブルローネを出る街道は一つ。周りは深い森だ。狼も出る。どうせ近いうちにあぶり出されるよ。それまでせいぜい逃げ回ればいい。
I sensed the shadow of madness in Nicola, seeing his smile warp eerily. Underneath the rat's nest. If I'm not mistaken, the Lao Shu's headquarters was in the middle of Valeno. He really set fire to their headquarters. What happened to Valeno? Just imagining what may have happened made me squirm.
どうしたの？
Nicola tilted his head in confusion. I forced myself to speak. Seeing you talk so happily about killing others makes me sad.
そんな僕は嫌い。
Nicola. He closed his eyes in concern, then embraced me as if pleading for help.
違うんだ。僕だって殺したくて殺したわけじゃない。ラオシュウがダンテを殺したからだよ。僕たちはカポを失った。そうしなきゃダンテだってきっと報われない。ラオシュウが悪いんだよ。証拠なんて残すから。僕だって証拠もなしにこんなことはしない。
Nicola's words triggered something in my mind. It bothered me for a long while, but only a single bullet was used to prove that Dante was killed by the Lao Shu. Was that really enough to call proof? Yes, the Lao Shu used weapons with that type of bullet, but have used their usual weapons in assassinations that needed to be covered up? I wonder, did the lewd really kill Dante? The thought swirled around my mind.
君は僕のそばにいる。これからも離れないでいてくれる。
Nicola asked me sweetly. I stopped thinking. I gently wrapped my arm around Nicola's back. Yes, I'll always be with you. If I let my hands go. I was the only one who got to see the family boss showing his weakness. I need to support him. Nicola's suffering more than anyone else. A few days passed. I was living a pretty calm life. But there were some changes as well. With the warring nearly over, the manor settled back into its usual state. But it wasn't as lively as before. Most who used to come every so often didn't visit at all. I awoke slowly and looked around my empty room. Evening already? Nicola begged for me to have a nap with him. I suppose I slept a bit too well. Maybe it's because I haven't been getting much sleep recently. Did Nicola step outside? I got myself up from bed, thinking that I should have Nicola wake me up next time. I was sure dinner was already being prepared in the kitchen. I hurriedly put myself together and reached to the doorknob to step outside. Suddenly, the door opened. In front of me was... Nicola.
ああ、目が覚めた。ごめんね。ちょっと電話が来て外していたんだ。
Nicola steps in and pushed me back into the room. Wait a minute! Nicola! It's almost dinner. I have to go and help Julia.
いいんだよ。君はそんなことしなくて。むしろ今までがおかしかったんだ。君はメイドとして雇われているわけじゃないんだからね。
Well, that's true, but I feel guilty not doing anything at all. I figured I could show my thanks by at least helping just a little.
じゃあ、ジュリアの手伝いじゃなくて、僕の手伝いをしてよ。
Help you?
そう。この屋敷の主は僕なんだから。君には僕の言うことを聞く義務がある。そうだよね。
Well, it was very assertive of him to say so. It's not that I didn't want to help him, but I'd never been stopped from helping out before. Nicola buried his face in my shoulder.
キッチンには行かないで。ここにいて。お願い。
Hi Zach, how are you? Is there something the matter? Something seemed terribly wrong. I had to ask him what was going on.
ヤンが死んだよ。
What?
これでラオッシュも終わり。僕の手で直接殺せなかったのは残念だけど、死体は屋敷まで運ぶように指示した。これでようやく終わる。この町は平和になる。
Yes, I'm sure. I slowly ran my fingers through his hair. The feeling was no different from before. Nicola should be able to rest now. Nicola's revenge has ended. I felt the tension in me dissipate. Please. I prayed quietly inside my heart. It may take some time, but he will get back to his normal self. Little did I know that things were worse than I thought. That he was already broken beyond repair. Oh no.
はあ、
つまらない幕引きだ。終止符はあっけなく打たれてしまった。ブルローネの一時代がこうも簡単に終わってしまうとは。事実は小説よりもきなり、いいや、筋書き通りに運んだ現実など、三流作家の物語より退屈だ。残念なことにね。ああ、無念だ。
Oh shit, that sucks. No. A few months had passed since Nicola became the Falzone's boss. All opposing factions were gone. The Falzone family held the reins to the entire town of Berlone. I was sleeping in my soft bed, spending my time between the rift of reality and dreams. As usual, I carried on my daily life at the Falzone Manor. But it's quite different from before now. I felt myself being lifted up. I slowly awakened from my dreamy state. I also felt cold fingers covering my eyes. When did he return? Nicola?
そうだよ。ただいま。
Oh no. Where were you all this time? I was waiting for you for so long.
ごめんね。寂しかった？
A little.
そう？ちょっとならもう少し遅くなってもよかったかな。
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it already.
ごめんごめん。僕がいない間、いい子にしていた？
Why, yes. I read books and stayed in my room, just like you told me to.
そう、ならよかった。今日は君のために新しいドレスを買ったんだ。
Oh no.
明日には届くと思うよ。
Again? My closet is getting so full from everything you've bought me.
だって君に似合いそうだったんだ。淡いペールグリーンのシフォン生地でふわりと裾が広がっていて。
Unbelievable. I sighed and let out a giggle. He changed the moment Yang died. Nicola began to detest seeing me step outside the manor. He then laid out rules that prevented anyone in the family from speaking with me. Next, he barred Julia and the maids away from me. Soon, he prohibited me from even leaving my room. Days passed inside my room. All I did was await his return. To make up for my lack of freedom, he brought me the most beautiful dresses and clothes. In fact, the dress I was wearing now had only been purchased yesterday just for me.
ダメだった？
Of course I do. Your gifts are always wonderful. I really am happy with them. But you don't need to buy so much. It's only going to worry me.
大丈夫だよ。その分しっかり稼いでいるんだから。
I would actually rather have him near me than receive all these gifts. I hesitated for a moment before asking him my usual question. Nicola? I'd like to step outside for once. I haven't seen anyone at the church for a while now.
そうだね。もう少しブルローネが安全になるまでは我慢してほしいな。
Yes, I understand. The same reply came from Nicola. No matter how many times I asked, it never changed. I already understand. He had no intention of letting me out. It didn't matter how safe Berlone was, even with the Visconti and Lao Shu gone. But But if this can save his soul, then I'd happily accept his lies. His words were sweet and tender amid this darkness-shrouded world of mine.
君が一人で退屈しないように、僕はできるだけ君のそばにいるよ。君のことは僕が守ってあげる。誰にも傷つけさせない。
Thank you. It's dangerous outside after all. I was a bird in a cage. Nicola's precious little bird.
ねえ。
What is it, Nicola?
僕は君を失ったらきっと生きていけない。
Don't worry. I'll always be beside you. Nicola gently placed me onto my bed. He was sweet and gentle with me as long as I was quiet and obedient. It was in an unlocked bird cage. I would always be waiting for his return. What the fuck? That's so messed up. Ugh. Oh god. When they said bad ending, they really meant it. Oh god. That just makes me feel icky. Well, we have some extra stuff to look at. Hopefully this will be a nice palette cleanse. Yes, let's do the short story. I might have to change the title of this stream. It was quite an honor to receive such a role. I, Nicola Francesca, committed a sin in betraying my family. And yet, the Falzone and the Visconti still trusted me. Which was why I was doing what I could to repay their trust, but...
さすがにちょっと疲れてきたかな。
I let out a deep sigh upon leaving Dante's office after giving him my report.
それでも頑張るけどね。ほどほどのところで手抜きできればいいな。
Maybe I could delegate some of my work to Leo and the others. I walked down the hallway, trying to figure things out. It made no sense overburdening myself. If I went down, I'd just be burdening everyone else. That said,
僕がこんなに疲れている最大の理由は、多分あの子とゆっくり過ごす時間が全然取れていないせいなんだろう
I
し。
like this Nicola better. I like the sweet one. Good ending Nicola is the best boy. I don't think I like the bad ending Nicola. Like, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. That was very interesting. But, I mean, what the fuck? I never expected this to be the reason. I kept people away when I wanted to rest because it would be tiring to be with someone. But things were different now. Her smile and the feeling of her gentle embrace satisfied my heart. It made me feel like nothing could take me down. I peeked into the salon to get a cup of espresso, only to see Lilith there. It looked like she was reading a book alone. I smiled, happy to see her around. As long as Dante stays alive, we're good. We're good. I then thought of a small prank. I quietly moved and got behind her. Are you done with your work, Nicola?
なんだ、気づいていたの？せっかく驚かせようと思ったのにつまらないな。
Lilith didn't even turn around. I simply replied, I can tell when someone is nearby. I think I'm a lot keener than before, thanks to a certain someone playing tricks on me.
あ、もしかしてこれ遠回しに責められているのかな僕。
This is cute. I did enjoy seeing the many sides of the woman I loved, but I didn't think anyone would be angry at me for acting a bit immaturely.
ねえ、怒っている？僕が驚かすから。
I tried to find out how she felt now. All she was doing was reading her book. I'm not hangry or anything. I'm just used to being surprised already. It's no fun without her paying attention to me. I need to play with her emotions to get her attention.
じゃあ、本当に驚かないか試してみようかな。
I reached out for her from behind before Lilith could react. Aww. Oh, he's biting my ear. I held her firmly in my arms so she couldn't escape, then gently nibbled her ear. Eek! I chuckled, hearing her tiny shriek. Hey, Nicola! What are you?
驚かないんじゃなかったの？
I wasn't going to let her go easily. My nibbling and whispering made her body squirm in my arms.
そんなに驚いた？ほら、耳まで真っ赤になっているね。
Cut it out! Stop it already! She embarrassingly tries to shoo me away. I only spoke the truth though.
かわいいよ。
I wondered if she knew I was telling the truth. Sometimes I felt like my words of love to her were simply falling on deaf ears. I understood it was because of who I was, which was why I kept telling her how much I loved her. In any case, seeing her react to even the tiniest of pranks was unbearably cute. But now... I gave a sigh as I held the flustered Lilith in my arms.
本当はもっと君と遊んでいたいんだけど、まだ仕事が残っているんだよね。
Oh, okay. Lilith stuttered at my whisper. I could tell by the tone of her voice that she was a bit relieved to know she'd be freed. Well, good luck with your work, Nicola. I still had my arms around her. I whispered a secret into her ear.
続きは今夜に。
Oh. Oh. Lilith held her breath, knowing what I was implying. Her white neck was now as red scarlet as a rose. She still hadn't replied to me, so I nudged her with a bit with stronger words.
返事は？
Hello, Tengu. How are you? Yes. She nodded and replied with a meek voice. I felt a lot better now that I saw my cute girl trembling with embarrassment. Okay.
よくできました。
Shut up!
できるだけ早く終わらせるから、僕のことを考えながら待っていてね。
I waved my hand at Lilith, who was looking at me with an angry yet confused expression on her red face. I wish I could stay a bit longer, but oh well. That's good, that's good. You arrived at just the right time, I would say that. I'm good. good. I'm having a roller coaster of emotions right now, but I'm good.
エスプレッソを飲むよりずっといい眠気覚ましになったかな。
Break time is over.
あの子が待っていてくれると思うだけでやる気が出るなんて。
I couldn't believe that a single girl was affecting me like this. I couldn't deny it since it was true.
夜が楽しみだな。可愛いところをもっとたくさん見せてもらおう。
No! I'm getting bullied. Alright, what's this? Oh no. Oh no, are we ready for depression now? Let's go. How long is that? I'm assuming they're... What? I'm assuming those are about as long as, like... I think those are, like, epilogues. I think those are kind of long, so... Why don't we start Dante's route, and I'll update the title, just saying that we did some extra Nicholas stuff. I swear, I don't get flustered that easily. It's just like, when, you know, you have like a attractive voice in your ear, like saying things to you that sound very nice. It's just like, oh, okay. I swear I'm not this pathetic normally. Alright. Yeah, why don't we do that? We already saw it, I believe. There we go. Early morning sunlight filled the room. I yawned, stretching, and climbed out of bed to open the window. Autumn already. The sky was a vibrant blue. I felt the cool, crisp air on my skin as I took a deep breath. Okay. Mornings at the church were always busy, so I needed to get dressed quickly. No one's here yet. I wrapped my hands around my rosary and knelt to say my morning prayers. Thank you for your kindness in allowing us to greet the morning once again. May you guide us with your light and watch over us on this blessed day. Praying first thing was like saying good morning to our Father in heaven. Now then, time to get the place cleaned up. I finished my prayer and stood up to fetch the cleaning supplies. I'd better get this place open as soon as I can. The elderly come in rather early to say their prayers. I should hurry. I wouldn't want to keep them waiting, after all. Once the inside was clean, I moved to the backyard to rake the fallen leaves. If I can finish before breakfast, I might even get to help cook too. Elena's in charge of this morning, isn't she? I can't wait. To summarize, MC is like a helper at the church. She's not a nun, but she was an orphan. Hello, Croca Gamer. But you, so basically she's a helper at the church because she grew up in the orphanage there, but now she's helping out with the younger kids. But she's not a nun, I will say that. Like, just so she's not, like, the questionable stuff you saw earlier, like, that's, like, yeah, she's not breaking her vows or anything like that. She's just a helper. As my thoughts drifted off to breakfast, I noticed a shadow in the graveyard. Oh. A man with a bouquet of white lilies stood in front of a grave. Isn't he? Dante Falzone. Hi, Daddy. It's your turn now. He comes every Wednesday morning to lay flowers on this grave. All I know is that he's a mafia boss, and a ruthless one at that. Maybe it was the morning sun, but... He's so beautiful. The air around him shimmered and drew my eyes to his. Oh no. He's looking at me? Wait, was I just staring at him? I was staring at the Falzone's boss? I must have realized I'd been watching him all this time. This is so embarrassing. Cheeks stinging, I closed my eyes. It was so rude of me to stare. He placed the bouquet on the grave and slowly headed toward me. He's coming. Oh no. He would need to cross through the yard to where I was standing to get to the front. Should I say good morning to him? No. Just don't say anything. Let's just brush him off. Yeah, he's not here. I have nothing to say to you, sir. It's rude to not greet someone. I usually greeted anyone who passed by, especially the members of our parish. But he does come here early in the morning to bring flowers. I assumed he did that so he wouldn't be bothered by others. If that's the case, I'd better leave him alone. I nodded without saying a word. I looked up and saw that he was standing right in front of me. Signor?
ずいぶん早いんだな。
Why, yes. I wanted to clean before everyone arrived this morning. You're quite early yourself, Signor.
ああ、そうだな。
What's this all about? Why is he talking to me? Is there something he wants from me? I've never spoken with him like this before. I was just a commoner, and he was in the Mafia. It was unusual given our standings. He is gorgeous, yeah. He's probably the best looking one in my opinion. I don't know why, but in Otome games I tend to like the main guy the best. I think he's the main guy. Like in Amnesia, I'd like Sheen the best. He mumbled something with the same stern look on his face.
Buona giornata.
Oh! Good day in Italian. Good day, sir. Yes, anche a te, signor. Aha, that means you too. Yes, anche a te, signor. After seeing him off, I went over to the grave where he had just stood. Yeah, Gilbert. From what I understand, from my understanding in this game, you like unlock routes as you play. So I think you either start out with, you can either go with Nicola or Dante, and then after you play one route, you unlock 2 more after that. And I think once you play through the 4th route, you unlock the fifth one, and then you unlock like a secret character. Like, I know with Amnesia, you have to play all 4. You can play all 4 routes in any order, and then once you get the good ending on all 4 of them, you unlock the secret route. I think that's a lot of fun, because I feel like with the secret route, it kind of ties everything together and gives a lot of context to whatever's happening. After seeing him off, I went over to the grave where he had just stood. I looked down to see the lilies he left there. The Falzone family grave. Here lies the boss of the Falzone family, together with his beloved wife. It was already breakfast time, and everyone was gathered in the dining hall. The church offered food, shelter, and education to children in need. Even after reaching adulthood, some children decide to stay and help the sisters with their daily chores. Just like Elena and me. Their sister Sophia?
我らの父よ、あなたの慈しみに感謝して、私たちは今日の食事をいただきます。ここに用意されたものを祝福し、私たちの心と体を支える今日の糧としてください。
With those final words from Sister Sophia, everyone began to eat. I noticed a boy sitting near me with his hands on his lap. John, what's the matter? Aren't you hungry? I guess they're Catholic, because from what I understand, Italy is a Catholic, like a largely Roman Catholic country.
そうじゃないけど。
ジャンは来たばかりだから、ここでの食事にまだ慣れないの。好き嫌いしてるのよ。
ラウラだって朝ごはんがコルネットやカプチーノだったらいいのにって言ってたじゃんか。
だってその方が大人って感じがするもん。
Now, you two. John, you need to eat so you can grow up nice and strong.
うん。
As for you, Laura, you'll need to work hard before you can afford such a fancy breakfast, do you hear?
はーい。
Mind you, I bet you won't find soup half as good as what we have here, no matter where you go. The food Elena prepares is always delicious. Especially the minestra marietta. Maritata. I think that's minestrone soup. Minestra maritata, yes. Oh, she's so cute. Soup today had a hint of cumin. And the biscotti she baked was light and sweet with a warm, gentle flavor.
私、あなたに食べてもらうのがとっても好きなの。いつもいつもすごく美味しそうに食べてくれるんだもの。
Sure enough, a smile peeked through as I dipped my biscotti in the soup. I can't help myself. It's so good.
でも、お菓子作りはあなたの方がずっと上手よね。また教えてくれる？
Of course, Elena. We were both raised in the church. Elena was not only a dear friend to me, but practically my sister.
ねえねえお姉ちゃん、朝ごはんの後本を読んでくれる？
私も聞きたい。読んで読んで。
Of course. I've already finished everything I needed to take care of this morning.
やった！
皆さん、今は食事中ですよ。もう少し静かにいただきましょう。主への感謝を忘れずにね。
はーい。
The weather was nice, so I decided to bring the children out to the backyard. As time passed, the sun grew brighter and warmed up the cool air around us. Is anyone cold? Who needs a blanket? All right, let's continue where we left off. I was reading to them from a book about God and the angels. The church's teachings were delivered through stories, many of which the children enjoyed.
お姉ちゃん、今のところもう一回読んで。もう一回。
Huh? You don't want me to keep going?
うん。だって天使様ってかっこいいし。
The bright faces of the children looking up at me made me smile.
ねえねえお姉ちゃん、この教会にも天使様の伝説があるって本当？
That is true. I'm surprised you've heard of it, Laura. Long ago, an angel descended here from the heavens. It is said that the angel delivered a message to someone to build a church here.
うわ、すごい。
それは。
An unfamiliar voice suddenly cut into my conversation with the children. Oh, that's different. I've seen that person before.
今あなたが話していたのはこの町に伝わる神託の話ですか？
Why, yes.
もっと詳しく教えてほしい。
Whoops. What else? Well, I'm sorry. I'm not well versed in it. After all, it's lore from long ago. All that is known about it is that the person did build the church here and grew the town to what it is today.
天使が神託を誰に授けたのか聞いたことは？
Unfortunately, I haven't. That's odd. A church on an island off of France was supposedly built in the same manner. The church stated who actually built it. But there is no record of who received the angel's message in Vermona.
知らないならいい。
The young man mumbled, then turned his back and walked away.
変わったお兄ちゃんだったね。
I suppose.
ねえお姉ちゃん、本の続きは？
Oh, sorry about that. The story of God and the angels. The book said that the kingdom of God was for the children, but... What's the matter, Giovanni?
ねえ、聞いてもいい？
Why, yes. What is it?
このお話って本当のことなの？
Huh?
僕ね、ずっと不思議だったんだ。神様がいるならどうしてみんな幸せになれないの？
Giovanni. I need to answer him. Oh boy. What do I tell a kid that? I mean, that's what life is. Giovanni, living as humans means that we will experience being happy and sad. That is very true. I think that applies to everyone here on Earth.
本当に？
Yes, no matter how happy or strong a person looks, they carry hardships and pain within them. That's what life is all about.
生きるのって辛いことなの？
I think it takes a lot for us to live the way we do. But that doesn't mean we must always suffer. We enjoy life and are blessed with happiness as well. It's something we all go through. And that's why we do our very best each day to try and be better people despite our hardships. I think there is meaning in us living this way. This is just my way of thinking, but you may think differently, Giovanni. And that's perfectly fine. I patted Giovanni on his head. I'm sure you'll come up with your own answers as you grow older. After a short while, he raised his head to look at me.
お姉ちゃんの言ってることは難しくてわからないことだらけだけど、でも僕少しだけわかったかも。
Really?
ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
You're very welcome.
少し話せますか？
Is something the matter, Sister Sophia?
実はあなたにお願いしたいことがあるのです。明日の炊き出しでお菓子も一緒に配る予定だったでしょ？
Yes.
先ほど材料を確かめてみたのですが、少し足りないようで。
Oh, then let me go and buy what we need. Can we make any sort of sweets? It would be great if I could make use of the ingredients we already had on hand.
ええ、お願いします。でもごめんなさいね。せっかく子供たちの相手をしてくれていたのに、お使いを頼んでしまって。
Oh, don't worry, Sister Sophia. I'm fine. The children raised here often left once they were in their 20s. For me, though, I decided to stay as an adult because I love this place. Being able to work for the church was like a blessing to me. Not to mention, your knees weren't in the best state last I recall.
あら、分かってしまいますか？
I've lived here a long time, Sister Sophia. Every winter she walks shakily as if trying to hide the pain. Don't you worry. Please leave it all to me.
ありがとう。あなたは本当に優しい子ですね。ストラノの方々も炊き出しを心から楽しみにしてくれていると思いますよ。 あなたのお菓子はいつも評判が良いですから。
Well then, I suppose that means I need to do my best. Making other people happy makes me happy too. Now then. I closed the book and looked at the children. I'll need to take care of something, so could we continue the story later?
残念だけど仕方ないよね。
お姉ちゃんいいな、お出かけできて。僕も外で遊びたい。
あら、遊びに行くわけではありませんよ。教会の外には危険もありますからね。
Yes, and even if you do step outside, always stay within Arca, okay? Don't go into Valeno. Oh, and avoid going into Strano too. The church was located in the Arca district, the safest area in town. On the other hand, Valeno and Strano were dangerous, even for adults.
ねえねえ、もし街でマフィアと会ったらどうすればいいの？
目を合わせないようにするとか？
いいえ、きちんと挨拶なさい。特にファルツォーネは古くから礼儀と信仰を重んじる方々ですからね。ではみんなで彼女を見送りましょう。それから本の続きは私が。
ありがとうシスタ
ー。いってらっしゃいお姉ちゃん、気をつけてね。
I'll be off then.
ボンジョルノ、元気かい？
Buongiorno to you too. I'm doing well. The weather is looking fine today, isn't it?
朝からあんたに会えるとは幸運だ。わしらもいい一日を過ごせそうだよ。
Grazie, signor. Are you two coming in for the service today?
そうだよ。毎日お祈りに来るのが習慣になってしまっているからね。
Me too. It's so nice. It's chill.
あんたはどこか出かけるのかい？
Oh, I'm going shopping to buy some ingredients for sweets.
そりゃ楽しみだ。あんたのお菓子はわしらも大好物じゃからな。
I'm glad to hear it. Verlone Church baked sweets to sell, and also to give out to those in need.
教会で育ったあんたが大人になった今、教会を支える一人になって、そんな風に生まれ育った場所を大切にできるのは素敵なことだね。
Really?
最近の若い者はすぐにふるさとを捨てていってしまうからの。
Yes. Lately, many young women had been leaving Verlone for other places. Last month, my friend Viola left, and this month it was Eliza. Both of them came to the church to tell us of their departure.
みんな都会に憧れがあるのかね。
I think they had a reason to leave. I think everyone who left all had their own reasons for doing so. I mean, this town is unique when you think about it.
そうさな。ウルローネの生活にはマフィアの影がどうしてもつきまとう。若い者には不自由に思えるのかもしれん。
私たちの生活はあの人たちのおかげで成り立っているところもあるんだけどね。
As long long as you didn't go against them, they did protect the citizens here at times. Still, it didn't excuse the fact that they were a dangerous criminal organization.
お、そうだ。アルカを出るならよく気をつけるんだよ。
ベレーノの方には一人で行かないようにね。いいかい？
I was just saying something similar to the children of the church at church.
おや、そうかい？
Thank you for your kind consideration. For today, I'm just going to the store around the corner, so I'll be back right away. Well, I'll be going now. Goodbye.
ああ、行っておいで。
I bowed my head to them and waved as I left the church grounds. Taking a shortcut to the store, I passed in front of the casino area. At night, this place was lively and bright, but it was so empty in broad daylight. Verlone is known for its beautiful beach and casino, both of which bring tourists to the area. As long as they don't step out of the Arca district, it's generally safe for them too. The casino, the church, and the police station were all in this district. I walked through the streets with the warm afternoon sun on my shoulders. As Arca was home to the police station, the district court, the hospital, and other such facilities, its citizens felt at ease. Now then, I held up the purchases I just made and began to ponder over their contents. With the flour and lemons, I could whip up a torta al limon. I prefer using tart lemon cream with a sprinkle of herbs, but cream doesn't last very long, so it's not the best option. If the sweets are going to be provisioned, then perhaps baked sweets would work better. As I thought about what to make, I came across a couple of young girls talking.
ねえ、見て、あそこ。うわあ、あの人かっこいい。
I turned my head toward the bar across the street. Ah, here's our husband. Immediately, my eyes focused on a man, seemingly under a spotlight. I've seen him before. Yeah, definitely have seen him before. He comes to Mass with Signor Falzone every so often. I don't know his name, but he must be a member of the Falzone family. Huh? Is he looking at me? I felt like I was going through the same event as this morning, as my mind drifted off in boast and thought. He winked as if he were playing with me. What? What is he? Some kind of womanizer? My instincts told me that this way of behaving must come so naturally to him. But not knowing how to handle it made it difficult for me to hide my scarlet cheek. Oh, look at his little espresso cup. Oh my god. Ah! The lemons in my bag fell out and rolled around my feet. I'm sorry. I must have been daydreaming. Ew! Ew! Go away!
気をつけろ。
EQ 2.0 yes
ちょっと待てロピー。今のはお前からぶつかっただろう。この子は悪かねえよ。謝れ。
繰り返しますが、俺はロベルトです。変な愛称で呼ばないでください。
お前な。
I'm fine. Thank you, Marco. I tugged on Marco's sleeve and smiled. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm so sorry, Roberto.
たく、いい子だな、本当に。感謝しろよ、ロピー。
Marco and Roberto worked as detectives in Berlone. Marco was born here. I heard that he used to help the church out every time there was trouble. Yeah! I love the way... I just love the art in these games. Roberto was recently assigned here. He still seemed tense, probably because he wasn't yet accustomed to the environment. And...
なんだ?
Oh, nothing. He didn't seem to like me. That's been the case ever since the day we met. I hurriedly looked away from him and bent down to pick up the lemons. It was then that I noticed a well-polished leather shoe appear in my eyeline.
はい、どうぞ。
Ah! The person at the bar was standing in front of me. He gently wiped away the dirt on the lemons with his fingertips and handed them to me. Grazie, signor.
Nicola Francesca!
Oh my god. His loud voice stopped the passerby, making them turn their heads. But the moment they saw who was involved, they continued on their way.
マフィアの分際でよくもこの通りに顔を出せたものだな。
僕がどこで何をしていようと君には関係ないと思うけど。
なめているのか？ここは書の目と鼻の先だぞ。
だから僕はそこでコーヒーを飲んでいただけ。それだけで僕を捕まえる理由になるとでも？あのバールのエスプレッソは絶品でね。たまにどうしても立ち寄りたくなるんだ。
Marco looked around a bit, then mumbled something to Roberto.
それくらいにしとけ、ロッビ
ー。マルコ。
いつも言ってんだろ。そろそろこの町のルールを覚えたらどうだ。お前はブルローネの警察なんだぞ。他のどこでもないこの町の。
ええ、分かっていますとも。このブルローネはマフィアの支配を公然と受け入れている。
Roberto raised his voice even louder.
彼らに正義などないと知りながら市民の誰もが奴隷のように従属している。こんな状況認められるものか。治外法権。犯罪者は正義の名のもとに等しく罰せられるべきだ。
随分と正義感の強い刑事さんだね。
笑っていられるのも今のうちだ。現政権はマフィア排斥に力を入れている。いつまでも思い通りになると思うな。
お前な、分かってんのか？相手がニコラだから笑って流してくれてんだぞ。そうじゃなけりゃお前は明日にでもアドリア海の魚の餌になってるだろうよ。もし相手がファルツオーネのカポやらラオウ州の連中だった日にゃ。
聞き飽きましたよ、そんな話。俺は仕事に戻ります。
おいロッピー。
マルコも大変だね。
すまねえな、ニコラ。これでも耳にタコができるくらい言って聞かせちゃいるんだ。この町はファルツオーネの恩恵を受けてでかくなったんだって。よそで生まれ育ったあいつにはちっとばかし理解が及ばんのかもな。じゃあ俺もそろそろ署に戻る。何か困ったことがあればいつでも相談に乗るからな。
Yeah, they are. We just started Dante's route. Thank you.
まあ、あるかでもめ事なんぞそうそう怒らねえだろうが。
Marco glanced towards Nicola and snickered quietly. The Mafia's families in Arca are all honored an unwritten rule to not interfere with one another.
いざって時は遠慮すんなよ。
Yes, thank you, Marco.
お前とも長い付き合いだからな。それに女子供には優しくするのが俺の流儀さ。
Marco turned back and waved a hand. I saw him off with a smile.
それにしてもたくさん買ったね。
Huh? Oh. Nicola lifted the bag I was holding right from my arms.
教会まで送るよ。
He's sweet to offer, but I gotta decline. Thank you, but I can carry it myself.
いいよ、遠慮しないで。
He doesn't know what he's putting me through, does he? Oh, okay. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. What I mean is, I couldn't let a member of the Falzone family carry something for me.
まあそうか。僕たちマフィアは怖がられて当然の存在だしね。
He's teasing me again.
けど僕もイタリア男の端くれだ。素敵な女の子が大荷物を抱えていたら助けないわけにはいかないよ。
It isn't that heavy. Huh? Wait! The young man was already walking ahead of me, so I hurried after him. I think here should be fine. Thank you for your generosity, Senor. It has been a great help to me.
役に立てたならよかった。君のその笑顔が何よりの報酬だよ。じゃあ、気をつけてね。
Huh? What does he mean by that? I guess he means for me to watch my step next time. Still, I felt something odd about his words as he silently walked away. That is very odd, isn't it, huh? Well, why don't we check to see what's going on here? Thoughts. Hmm.
さっきまで外に出ていたんだけど、警察署の前の通りであの子に会ったよ。
そうか。
あれ、ダンテ興味ないの？
何も変わりはなかったんだろう。だったら俺が気にすることはない。
まあそうか。何もなかったといえばなかったかな。ちょっと刑事に絡まれていたくらいで。
なんだって？
ちょっとだよ、ちょっと。ダンテが気にするようなことじゃない。
だが
教会から明日はストラノ地区で定例の炊き出しを行う連絡が来ているよ。彼女も参加するだろうけど、それも心配？ダンテもこっそり様子を見に行ってみる？
俺はファルツォーネのカポなんだ。そんな真似はしない。
そうだね。
だがストラノは治安が悪い。万一に備えて何人か護衛をつけておけ。目立たないようにな。
やっぱり心配なんだ。
違う。俺はカポとして合理的な判断を下しているだけだ。
合理的ね。
Are they spying on me?
あの子はファルツォーネにとってとても重要な人物だけど、彼女はその存在だけでダンテを使命に縛り付けてしまう。あまり近づけたくはないな。僕はダンテを使命という重責から解放してあげないといけないから。
It's almost time for dinner, so I'd better help Elena. I felt uneasy, but I forced myself to focus and headed inside with the groceries in hand. It's almost time for me to close the doors to the church. Nightfall had come, and I made my way down the aisle as usual. The doors to the church were open during the day for parishioners to visit. Huh? What? As I was about to lock the bolt on the door, I sensed someone passing nearby. Did someone go into the backyard? Maybe I'm just seeing things. I should hurry back. I locked the doors and headed to the other end of the monastery. It's so dark outside. I returned to my room and began to get dressed for bed. It was then that I looked into the mirror and caught my reflection. I saw the birthmark on my chest. I thought it would go away as I grew older, but it's still here. I felt a sadness come over me, but I shook it off and continued changing. I knelt next to my bed and clasped my hands together to say my prayers. What should I pray for? Let's give thanks for the day. Yeah. I thank you, God in heaven, for watching over us today. A prayer of thanks for the other day. A prayer of thanks for the day. It was a blessing in itself that I was actually alive here now. If I had simply roamed the streets as an orphan, who knows what would have happened? The church raised me to be the person I am today. Dear God, please grant me the strength to help others one day. Good night. I wrapped myself in my soft blanket and soon drifted off to sleep.
やん、おかえりなさい。
黙れ、頭に響く。
だってヤンが帰ってきた って嬉しいんだもん。
黙れ。
ひどい。
ガキはもう寝ろ。くだらんおしゃべりに付き合う気はない。
じゃあ報告はどうしたらいい？明日の朝にする？例のブツについて調べてみたよ。ヤンの読み通りあちこちに広がってるね。
そうそう、ペレーノとストラノが中心だけど、それ以外にもゆっくり浸透してる感じよ。
では噂になるのも早いか。
多分ね。でどうするのヤン？
放っておけ。今はまだ無視しろ。面白くなる頃合いまで泳がせて、それから決める。
ヤンらしいね。
風向きが変わろうとしている。
Yeah, they're really good. There were 3 organizations, each vying for a place, so there was no real balance of power.
崩すのはたやすい。何より積み上げるより手間がない。ファルツォーネとビスコンティは独自と分かっていても食らう以外の選択肢がない。
Oh boy.
ようやく楽しい遊びが始まるか。しかし何かと面倒な男だな、あのゲーカは。
I wrapped myself in my soft blanket and soon drifted off to sleep.
まったく夢にも思わなかった。俺のような犯罪者風情が神聖な峡谷に足を踏み入れる日が来ようとは。
Oh no.
海沿いの田舎町からわざわざこの地にご招待いただけて光栄の至りです、ゲーカ。ところで尊いお方は下々の時間などいくら浪費しても減らないとお考えか？
謝礼は払う。そう約束したはずだ。
気遣いに感謝を。
忘れているのではないだろうな。我々は互いに協力関係にあるのだと。
めっそうもない。ゲーカには多くのご友人を紹介していただいた。俺たちが支払う対価にふさわしいだけの知恵も授けてくれている。だから清い方々にはさせられない汚れ仕事をラオシュウが請け負う。そういう約束だ。
分かっているならそれでいい。ファルツォーネは神への敬意を忘れ、峡谷の敬意をないがしろにしすぎた。あんな無法者どもにブルローネの管理を任せておくわけにはいかない。早急にあの町を我ら峡谷の手に取り戻せ。神もまたその未来をお望みだ。
ご随意に、ゲーカ。俺たちも以前からファルツォーネのぬるさには違和感を覚えていたからな。俺たちは所詮よそ者だ。その土地の正しさに合わせて生き延びていくのがネズミの流儀。ゲーカが正しいこの国のやり方を教えてくれるならありがたい話だ。ああ、それと使い勝手の良い駒をお借りしていることにも改めて感謝を。
私からの心ばかりの援助、信頼の証と思って好きに使ってくれ。あれはすべきことをよく心得ている。私が預かる人の中でも最たる出来だ。分不相応なもの、例えば従うべき相手を見誤った者の寝首をかくのもうまい。
おお、それは怖い。芸家の情報と人脈は金につながる。せいぜい利用させてもらうとしよう。
Whoa.
予定より愉快
Yeah, I
な
know.
駒が出揃った。おかげでしばらくは楽しめそうだ。
Hello. That was a good night's sleep. I woke up stretching a bit as I got out of bed. As usual, I opened the window and breathed in deeply. After changing my clothes, I headed to the refectory. I finished my morning meal quickly so I could get to the church early. I need to finish my work without getting in the way of everyone's prayers. Inside the church, in sections along the walls, were rows of votive candles. Visitors came in with devotions in mind, or offered prayers on behalf of others. Donations were given in exchange for lighting these candles. The money was used to replenish them, and collecting these donations was part of my job.
ねえねえお姉ちゃん、
おっと。
John bumped into a visitor as he ran to greet me. I'm so sorry, Signor. He's a member of the Falzone family. His cold appearance instantly sobered me, but then he began to laugh.
いや、気にしないでくれ。子供が元気なのはいいことだ。
Yeah. I'm still very sorry about that. Thank you very much, Signor. John, please apologize.
はーい。ごめんなさい、おじちゃん。
ああ、今度から気をつけろよ。
The man nodded once, then walked away. John, let's play outside, okay? Woo! I led John out of church and took in a deep breath of fresh air.
ねえお姉ちゃん、さっきのおじさん、いい人だったね。
You had me scared there, John. You're right. He is a nice person. Mafia or not, they are our neighbors. We all share the same faith in God. Thank goodness he was a member of the Falzone. Falzone and Visconti families wouldn't get very upset over the things children did. But if it were someone from the Lao Shu then again, I doubt the Lao Shu would ever come to the church. You know, John, people come to church to pray. You shouldn't run around like that. Just as the Signor said, be careful next time, okay?
はーい。ごめんなさい、お姉ちゃん。
So, why were you at church? Were you looking for me?
エレナお姉ちゃんが探してたんだよ。炊き出しの準備のことで相談があるって。
Really? Thank you for letting me know, John. Elena is in the kitchen, right? I'll go there after I'm done with my duties.
わかった。伝えておくね。
Hey, you're running again. I sighed, but couldn't help but smile as I watched John running to the monastery. Cute. As I turned around to go back inside the church. I bumped right into a young man who was hurrying through the doorway. I'm sorry. His hood shifted a bit to reveal his pale hair and beautiful eyes. Huh? His eyes are different colors.
怪我はない。
Yes, thank you for catching me.
今のは俺のせいだから。
No, I should have been more careful when I turned around. This is so embarrassing. To think that I was just reprimanding John earlier for the same thing. In any case, thank you very much.
ならよかった。自力で立てますか？
Yes. He waited for me to regain my balance and gradually loosened his hold. He then drew the hood deep over his face, as if to hide his eyes. After a respectful bow, he turned around and walked away. Oh, wait! For some reason, I was trying to stop him. Well... I couldn't seem to get words to come out, but I tried hard to force myself, so to speak. I see you here often. It's unusual to see someone so young. It's unusual seeing someone as young as you here, so you stood out. Huh?
目立つ。俺が？
Why, yes. Most of those who come here are the elderly. So you sort of stood out, in my memory. He looks troubled. He found his way around me and spoke softly as if mumbling to himself.
帰ります。
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep you.
じゃあ、また。
I forgot to ask him his name. Maybe I can ask him next time. It's not often I get to have a conversation with someone around my age. He quickly walked away as I wondered when we might meet again. By afternoon, the sisters departed the church, with supplies in tow to prepare for the provisioning. Elena and I followed the sisters with even more in hand. Elena, are you alright? You don't look so good.
そう？私、いつもと違う？
You just seem a bit under the weather.
すごいわね。うまく隠しているつもりだったんだけど。昔からあなたって私のことなら何でもお見通しなのよね。
Well, we were raised together after all.
そうよね。私たちは家族だもの。あ、でも具合が悪いわけじゃないのよ。ただ少し緊張しているだけなの。
Elena. She forced a smile. I'm with you. I'm with you, Elena. It's scary being out in Strano.
ええ、何度言っても慣れなくて心配させてごめんなさい。
well, don't try to force yourself, okay?
もう大丈夫。怖いって思っているのが私だけじゃなくてほっとしちゃった。それに行くのはみんな一緒だものね。
Yes, we are. We looked at each other and grinned. We were going to a store in Creta to pick up some supplies before heading into Strano. As we walked through the busy streets, Elena suddenly pointed her finger.
ねえ、あれって。
She was pointing to... Oh, here we go. Gilbert Redford? With a smirk on his face, he sauntered boldly down the street. He was likely just as famous in Berlone as Dante Falzone.
あらまあ、ギル。今日もわざわざ来てくれたのかい？
みんなの顔を見ねえことには一日が始まらねえからな。中でもニーナの笑顔は最高だ。今日も町の男たちを骨抜きにしてんだろ。
お上手だね、ギルは。あんたみたいな色男に言われちゃ悪い気はしないよ。
よーギル、寄ってかないか？上等のアマレットが手に入ったんだ。
アマレット、いいじゃねえかアントニオ。
あんた、昼間っからギルを飲みに誘うのかい？ギルはあんたと違って忙しいんだよ。なんたってビスコンティのボスなんだから。
まったくだ。
A man standing next to Gilbert intervened with a stern voice.
ギルバート、まさか忘れてはいないと思うが、今日はすべきことが山積みだ。寄り道をする余裕はない。
だそうだ。また誘ってくれよ。次は必ず開けておくぜ。
そうかい？楽しみにしてるよ。
He's really approachable. It was hard to imagine who he really was from simply observing his usual demeanor. No wonder everyone likes him. He had power, but he didn't abuse it. He was also very handsome. He turned to us.
よーシスター。
こんにちは、シニョーレ・レッドフォード。
His smile was full of goodwill. No one could ever guess he was the boss of a criminal organization.
これから炊き出しか？いつもご苦労だな。
これも私たち神に仕える者の大切な行いですわ。誠心誠意努めてまいります。
気をつけてな。俺も用を済ませたら顔を出す。
お気遣いに感謝します。
Elena mumbled to me after watching them leave.
ちょっとびっくりしたわね。街中でばったりマフィアの人に会うとやっぱりドキドキしちゃうわ。
Oh my gosh, they're doing the lawn work again. Sorry. It's so loud. Oh my gosh. Wish they would stop. Heh, I know how you feel. But for some reason, I didn't feel frightened seeing him. Signor Redford is a very pious person, regardless of his stature. He always came to church every Friday evening. I suppose that's his way of trying to avoid running into Dante Falzone. There was only one church in this town. Even if they were on different sides, the god they believed in was the same. Which is why they would naturally go to the same location. We arrived into Strano and prepared for the provisioning. This was made possible by the financial support from the Falzone and Visconti families. He's the white-haired one. That's why I say, oh, it's not Dante from Devil May Cry, even though he's also a white-haired Dante. Let's see, today it's Zuppa de Faro and Pane de Altamura. Oh, and one torta al limon per person.
これから炊き出しを始めます。
皆さん、一列に並んでください。
Hearing the sisters' voices, the people around us rushed forward.
今日もすごい人ね。
Let's do our best. You don't look so good. Here, please warm yourself up with some soup.
ありがとうな、ジョーちゃん。
You're very welcome. Hmm? He's been watching us from there this whole time. That's new. I wonder if he's too shy to line up for provisions. I think this opening is slightly different, though. Leave him be. Yeah, there's some, like, extra stuff in the opening. I'm curious what he's doing there, but I don't want to scare him or anything. I better get back to work.
いつもありがとうな、ジョーちゃん。世話になってばかりで申し訳ねえ。教会の人たちが来てくれなかったら、俺たちは飢え死にしちまうよ。
Aww. We'll come again. As long as everyone welcomes us, we'll be here again. I promise.
ありがとうな。炊き出しのおかげで今年の冬もなんとか越せそうだよ。
It would be wonderful if they found lives outside of Strano, but things don't always work out for everyone. They are going through more than any one of us living here. The provisioning went on, and by dusk we were finished with our duties. Where's Elena? I noticed on my way back that she wasn't around. Sister?
どうしました？
Looks like Elena's a bit behind. I'd like to wait for her here.
そうですね。ではお願いします。くれぐれも気をつけて。
Thank you. The street bordered the Veleno district ruled by the Lao Shu. It was also a well-known area where citizens warned others not to enter carelessly. I hope Elena is alright. I'd better look for her if she doesn't show up soon. I thought about my course of action as I looked back towards Strana when a person appeared in front of me. He was at church earlier.
俺はあなたを連れに来ました。
Huh? For me? Wait, you know my name? I don't think I told you my name earlier.
あなたのことはよく知ってる。きっとあなた自身が知らないことも。
Huh?
待っていてくれたの？ 私の荷物の結び方がちょっと甘かったみたいで。歩き出した途端、中身が散らばっちゃって、慌てて詰め直していたの。
Elena smiled with a blushing face and gripped my hand tightly.
ごめんね。私ったら本当におっちょこちょいで。
No need to apologize, Elena. I'm just glad you're here.
一人で帰るのは不安だったから、あなたが待っていてくれてよかった。急いで帰りましょう。きっとシスターも心配しているわ。
Yes, but... Elena hurriedly pulled my hand to leave. I looked toward the young man. Huh? But he wasn't there anymore. I was deep in thought about the young man while drinking my soup.
どうしました？帰ってからというもの、心ここにあらずといった様子ですね。
I'm sorry, sister, Sophia. It's not much, but... I talked about the young man I met in Veleno.
そんなことがあったの？
Yes, he was right there in front of me just before you came.
私、ちっとも気づかなかったわ。とにかく急いで帰らないとって、そればかりで。でも、なんだか不思議な話ね。ねえねえ、もしかしてその人、あなたのことが好きなんじゃない？
Oh, come on. I don't think so. I wonder what he wanted to say.
ええ、そうです。ええ、こんなことは初めてです。急いでいただいた方がいいかもしれません。
Huh? I am blessed to have finished my duties for today. Thank you for watching over. In the middle of my prayer, someone knocked on the door. At this hour? Come in. Sister Sophia? I didn't expect to see you here. Is there a problem?
少しあなたの顔が見たくなって。
Huh?
毎日会っているのに何をと思うかもしれませんが、最近ゆっくり話をする時間が取れていなかったでしょ？
Of course. This reminds me how I used to go to see you when I was scared and couldn't sleep.
それでもあなたはしっかりした子でした。私のところに来るのは本当に怖い夢を見た時だけだったでしょ？
Sister Sophia.
知っていましたよ。いつも我慢していたこと。本当はもっと甘えたい夜がたくさんあったでしょうに。
Oh, but it was so long ago.
ではこれからの話を、何かあった時は遠慮なく相談してくださいね。子供の話を聞くのは大人の楽しみでもあるのですから。
Oh, Sister Sophia. You still see me as a kid, don't you?
ええ、いくつになってもあなたは教会の子。私にとって我が子にも等しい存在です。いいですか？
Her eyes were filled with love and fear as she spoke my name.
たとえ何が起きたとしても、あなたは私たちの大切な家族。主はきっと、いいえ、必ずあなたのことを守ってくださいます。そしてもちろん、
Sister Sophia smiled and patted my head like I was a small child again.
私も あなたを守ります。かなり。
Oh, sorry. Sister Sophia. What is this all about? I was about to ask, but my intuition told me otherwise. I decided to keep the question to myself. I couldn't sleep. I kept dwelling on what happened today, and it was keeping me awake. Maybe I should pray. I got up from my bed. Without changing, I headed to the church. Having the church all to myself tonight is really something special. Oh no. Where did you?
話があるから来ました。さっきは邪魔が入ってしまったから。まず連れて行く。混乱するかもしれないけど、後で説明するから安心して。
What? Huh? What in the world is going on here? He walked toward me and reached his hand out to my arm. Is he going to abduct me? No! I tried to move him away from me when... Suddenly, the doors opened and the cold night air blew inside. The moonlight brightened the doorway. Yeah! They are drippy.
彼女に触れるな。
Oh, here we go. Dante Falzone? What is he? The young man next to me sighed as I tried to figure out what was going on.
やっぱり邪魔が入った。
ネズミの動きくらい掌握している。
Family members appeared from behind Dante.
それだけ？本気で俺を止めるつもりなら全員連れてきたって足りないのに。
The words the young man said didn't sound like a bluff. He was very serious.
行こう。これくらいの人数ならあなたを守りながらでも突破できる。
Wait!
その子から離れなさい。
Sophia rushed in and stood between me and the young man. Sister Sophia?
邪魔。俺の使命を邪魔するならたとえシスターでも容赦しない。
In his hand was a cross-shaped dagger ready to come down on her.
させるか。
Oh! The young man sneered at Dante's gun. He quickly and easily moved to avoid the oncoming bullets. Jeez! Gunshots resounded through the hall. A hit would have brought the young man down to the ground, but he continued to dodge them, seeking a way to come closer to me when...
来い!
A voice jumped into my ears. Without thinking, I reached out my hand. Signor Falzone took my hand in his, and then pulled me into his arms. As he held me, the gunshots continued once more through the halls. With each gunshot, I could feel the vibration from his body through mine.
援護しろ!
The members of the Falzone family directed their shots at the young man. We made our escape from the church. Sister Sophia! As I screamed in sorrow, he looked at me sternly. His voice was cold when he spoke.
わきまえろ。
He pushed me into a black car that was waiting along the road. He then jumped in and the car sped off. What is going on? Nothing was making sense. It was as if I had fallen asleep and was having another bad dream like I used to. But the smell of gunpowder was so strong that I knew it couldn't be a dream. This wasn't a dream. I was forced to accept the new reality unfolding before me. Whoa. Wow. Alright. I think I'm gonna end it here for now. Because just see what's okay. Because I've been streaming for almost 4 hours, so why don't we save? And we'll continue this next time. Okay? Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.